Hi and welcome to another episode of Toby's Barbecue Corner. Today we're having the inaugural smoke on my new Traeger Pro Series 22 and we're going to be making a roadkill chicken. Now what you need for it and how to do it, I'm going to show you in this episode. Right, and this is what we are using today. So this is a free-range bio chicken that I got in the local supermarket, and then the vegetables are basically just what I found in the fridge. Now you can use anything you want. So I'm using a cabbage turnip, some sweet potato, some paprika, carrots, some broccoli, a little bit of olive oil, and as a rub I'm going to be using the Jamaican jerk chicken rub because I think it works really well. And then the other thing that you need for it for today is one of those. It is to help me cut that chicken in half. Right, I'm going to quickly peel, chop, cut up all the vegetables. Now there's no need for you to watch this actually. Just make it into bite-sized pieces, and as I'm intending to make this into kind of like a one-pot dish, so to speak, I'm going to be using one of these forms today. So we're going to put the vegetables in the bottom, we're going to put the chicken on top so that all the lovely juices from the chicken can actually drip onto our vegetables and really marinate them. And obviously the smaller you cut them, the quicker they cook. I haven't really thought of the temperature yet that I'm going to be cooking. I want to really add a lot of smoke to my chicken, so I'll let you know in a minute once I've decided. Alright, let's start cutting. Right, everything's chopped up. So we're going to grab a little bit of olive oil, and soak this a little bit. And then also what we're going to do is we're going to already use some of that jerk seasoning because I think it will go fantastic with the vegetables. Right, so time to take care of our chicken, so we're going to set that to the side. Here we go. So what you want to do is, obviously we're going to have a quick look inside, make sure that there's nothing inside that we don't want. So nice and empty. And then you want to take this piece here in the back off because that will taste bitter. It is used, or birds and chickens and ducks and whatnot, they use it to, how do I explain this? To basically fatten or to coat their feathers, and then also what we don't need and want are these front parts of the wings. So we're going to take that off. We don't need that anymore. Also, we're not going to put this in with the vegetables simply because it's not necessary. Right, here we go. So, and then, as I said, you need one of those scissors, and we're going to turn it upside down because we're going to take out the spine. Now what you want to do is, obviously, you want to go from the back to the front and you want to stay as close as possible to the spine and basically just cut right through it. And if you have a good solid and if you have a good solid scissors, that will go through very simple and very easily. In actual fact, it's actually easier to cut the bone than it is to cut skin and flesh. Right, we're going to take off the other side as well. All the way to the front. There we go. That's all that we need to do with the scissors. Take out some of these innards that were left in there. No need for that. And then, very important, because obviously the chicken will not stay this way, we're going to have to turn it upside down. Well, some more of the stuff that we don't want. Put that away. And then we turn it over. And obviously there is a wishbone in the front right here. So what you want to do is you basically grab it and you give it a good push and you hear it break. There you go, that was already it. And now we can season our chicken, and then we can spread it out. Now what I do recommend, look how beautiful this looks. Let's just make sure. There we go. Now what you want to do is we're going to put it straight onto our vegetables. So we're going to slide that to the side. Slide that in and sit right on top of it. And now what you want to do is you want to season it right on top of it, because obviously you don't want to waste any of the seasoning. I'm just going to quickly wash my hands and I'm going to show you what to do next. Right, here we go. All washed. So take a little bit of olive oil, rub it in, although this is quite wet. Now you can take this fat off as well if you want. Now it will render down. And this was kind of like the biggest piece, so we're just going to bin it because we don't want it. And then we're going to take our rub and generously apply it on the inside. And I love Jamaican jerk. I think it's one of the best things to use. And now you can tell, anything that falls to the side, it just falls straight into the vegetables and we'll coat them quite nicely. There we go. And now we're going to flip it around. Again, whatever we lose, it's not a big deal. Here we go. Center it a bit more. Add some more olive oil to it. Make sure that we use it as a nice binder for our rub to stick on. And then also what you can do is, if you're very gentle, you can try to loosen the skin from the breast a little bit, if that works, because then you can actually apply some rub straight onto the meat, not only onto the skin. You just have to be careful not to tear the skin, because obviously you want to keep it in place as well. Nice, and then we're just gonna add some of that jerk right into this cavity that I created. And then the rest we're very liberally going to apply all over our chicken. And I know that me and the boys, we're gonna love this. It's gonna be great. Right, next thing, I'll see you outside on my Traeger pellet smoker. Right, the pellets are in. We're going to turn it on, open the lid, make sure that there's nothing left inside. We're going to turn it to smoke to get it going, and then we're going to turn it to 170 degrees. We're starting to see some white smoke, so let's set it to the temperature of 176 degrees to be exact. And then we're going to give it 10 minutes to come up to temperature. We've reached our intended target temperature, so we're going to open this up, put it on, and then what we're going to do is we're going to measure the internal temperature with the probe that comes with it. Now we're shooting for about 80 internal, just to be on the safe side, which should take about 45 minutes to an hour. Now obviously you can do all of this in an oven or in a gas barbecue as well. Alright, close the lid as we don't want to lose too much temperature, and we're going to let it cook. 45 minutes later, let's have a quick look. It's already looking great, the fat is coming out. So let's measure some of these temperatures here. 53 in the chest, roughly 60 in the thigh. Let's leave it in for another 15 minutes. Exactly 1 hour and 20 minutes later, so a little more than I expected. We're done. The veggies are nice and crispy. The chicken has reached its internal temperature of 80 degrees. We're gonna dig in now. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video about the inaugural smoke on my Traeger Pro Series 22 with the Roadkill chicken and the vegetables that I just happened to find in the fridge. Anyways, it did take a little bit longer than I expected, so but I assume that the more often I will cook with my Traeger, the more used I get to it, and then it'll be fine. Anyways, if you did enjoy the video, I would appreciate a comment and a thumbs up. Please head over to that subscribe button for more great videos to come, and I hope to see you soon again at Toby's Barbecue Corner.